What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Extra Turns. This episode is brought to you by the CUBAMAJIGS Series 2 Kickstarter.
Series 2 are an upgrade to the CUBAMAJIGS reusable booster packs for Magic the Gathering cubes and other TCGs. You can back now by going to cubeks.com.
Hey, and speaking of Kickstarters, we have one that's going on right now and is about to end for our very first ever exclusive Game Nights deck box. This is a beautiful, sturdy deck box with amazing magnetic clasps that can hold 2 double-sleeved 100-card commander decks and has a middle compartment for tokens, dice, and all your other accessories.
Yeah, we are so proud of how this deck box turned out. It's super classy, has that nice red stitching around the edge, and also the Game Nights logo emblazoned there right on the front. But Jimmy's correct. There are 2 things here that are very important. 1, the Kickstarter is ending any day now. At the time you're watching this, there's only a few days left. And also, it's limited supply. So it's possible that they'll be sold out even before the Kickstarter ends. This is all to say that it's important, if you want to get your hands on this deck box, that you click the link in the description, go to the Kickstarter, and lock in your order right away. You don't want to wait because, again, it could sell out.
And of course, big thanks, as always, to cardkingdom.com/commandzone. That is our affiliate link. By using that link, you're supporting shows like Extra Turns, Game Nights, and our podcast. And plus, look, you're going to buy Magic cards anyway. Your single, sealed product, all that good stuff. Just type in cardkingdom.com/commandzone, place that order, and you'll get your cards in no time.
Yeah, Card Kingdom really is the best place to get your cards the fastest and in the best condition. All right. Without further ado, I am ready to do battle with the professor and his vaunted Merfolk deck. You know, Prof, he's always playing Merfolk.
He always is, and I can't wait to see how this battle shapes up. Put your predictions in the comments below, and let's get to it.
How's it, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Extra Turns. On this one, we have the long-awaited return of one of your favorite guests.
Yo, it's the Prof from TCC, and I'm back on XT, and today I'm playing with Sygg. I call this deck Sygg with swords. It's got Sygg, and it's got all the original swords. Not to mention a bunch of slippery unblockables from Merfolk to other rogues. And some very cool cards that help me acquire or just plagiarize what my opponents have. Sygg likes to swing in and do damage and take what is not his.
The deck I brought today is one I played on Game Night, but didn't have a great showing, so I'm giving it another shot. Radha, Heir to Keld. This deck is all about big creatures and even bigger spells. I'm going to generate a ton of mana really quickly and end the game with huge haymakers.
Hey everyone, Ashlen here, and today I'm playing Toski, Bearer of Secrets. This strategy is no secret. My plan is to put as many creatures onto the battlefield as possible. And with so many attackers, some of them are bound to get through. And with all that card draw, well, let's just say things are gonna get nuts.
The commander I'm playing today is Blex Vexing Pest. Is that right? Yes. This is a creepy crawler deck. My creatures may be gross, but they have big value. And my commander has a flip side, so I always have the option to draw cards if I run out of gas.
All right, let's fight.
All right, let's prove that pests are the best.
Let's do this.
All right, it's time to slice and dice.
All right, everyone ready?
Yep.
Let's do it.
I was born ready.
All right. I will draw for turn, and then I'm going to play a forest, tap that forest, and play Burgeoning. And then I will pass turn.
All right, draw. I believe I have more than 2 opponents, so I'll play a Morphic pool.
Nice.
And pass the turn.
Oh, hold on. Since you put a land into play, Burgeoning will trigger, and I too will put a land into play. I'll put a forest.
Yay.
Maybe we should just not play lands.
Go ahead.
All right, I will draw for turn. Okay, I'm gonna play a Temple of Malady.
All right, I will put a forest into play.
Yowza.
And then I will scry one, and I will keep it on top. All right, Jimmy, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna draw my card for turn, and then I'm gonna play a forest.
Everyone's so disappointed with playing their lands.
Yeah.
And I too will play a forest.
Wow, cool. Pass turn.
All right, I will untap.
Oh my God, she has 4 lands already.
I'll draw, play a land for turn, and then I'll play Toski.
Nice.
Boy, Turn 2 Toski. Is that good?
And pass turn.
Seems decent. Draw. I will play Minamo, School at Water's Edge.
When you play that land, Virgining will trigger, but I don't have any more lands, so I'm good.
She is indeed good.
Yay.
And then I'm gonna cast Sygg, River Cutthroat.
Okay, all done, Prof?
Yes.
All right, I will untap. I will draw. All right, I'm gonna play a land, which is Shizo Death Storehouse.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna tap a green and a black, and I'm gonna play Witherbloom Command.
Oh.
And so I can choose 2 modes. One mode is definitely give target creature -3, -1. So I'll point that at Toski.
No! I'll put him back in the command zone.
Okay, and then I've got to choose my second mode, which unfortunately none of them are great right now. I guess I'll choose to mill myself for 3. So 1, 2, 3. I got a Lightning Greaves, a Dark Ritual, and a Forest, so I can return a land from my graveyard to my hand, and I'll choose that Forest and put it in my hand.
Kill squirrel, draw a card.
Not bad.
I'm in for it.
And I will pass the turn.
All right, I'll draw my card for turn. I will play a Bloodstained Mire. I'm going to tap it, pay a life, and I'm gonna go fetch a Taiga. And I'll put it into play.
Sweet.
And then I'm gonna tap red and green and cast my commander, Radha, Heir to Keld.
You should run.
All right, pass turn to you, Ashlen.
All right, I will untap all the things and draw for turn.
Is it a land?
Maybe.
It's a land my play's a lot worse.
I will play a Reliquary Tower. And then I'll tap all my stuff, and I'll play Toski.
Nice.
And then I will pass turn.
Amazingly, Ashlen has spent 10 mana on her commander by turn 3.
Green gonna green. I will untap, draw, play a Throne of the High City.
Cool.
Tap 3. I'm gonna play Sword of Feast and Famine.
Oh boy, okay, that's pretty good.
And I will move to not attack because I think I want a blocker. Pass to Josh.
All right, I will untap, draw my card for turn. I'm gonna play a Forest. I guess I'll try and blank Toski. Then he's just gonna be able to attack. Man, the Sword of Feast and Famine is really good in this game, isn't it?
I will promise you I won't attack you in 1 turn if you do that move this turn.
Deal.
Wait, what's happening?
Tap 3. I'm just playing my commander. And then I will play Blex, Vexing Pest.
Blacks.
And then I will pass the turn.
All right, I will untap. I will draw my card for turn.
Wait, I thought you were gonna blank her thing.
I did.
Wait, what do you mean blanket?
I thought blanking it was killing it.
It means she can't attack you, she can't attack him, she can't attack me.
I thought you were gonna, why would I make a deal to like,
I killed it last time. Why don't you do something? Go.
Okay, all right. But, you know, it doesn't really matter if I'm gonna get swung at, so I'm gonna go to combat.
You're gonna give her a free attack after I just made my play so that she couldn't attack?
Well, now Prof's not gonna attack you, so nothing matters anymore. So I'm gonna go to combat, but I will swing at her for 2, Ashlen. I'm gonna add 2
She
to
can
my
free
mana
block
pool.
it, and
And I don't
the
want to
rest of
swing
us kill it.
because
Go.
you blanked it. When Radha attacks, it adds red to my mana pool. I'm gonna add a green onto that, and I'm gonna cycle a Krosan Tusker. I'm gonna look through my library for a basic land. I'm going to find a mountain and put it into my hand. And then I'll draw a card for the cycling and go to blocks, Ashlen.
All right, I will block with Toski.
Because Toski is indestructible, nothing happens. He takes the 2 damage and he survives. And then in my second main, I will play a mountain, and then I'm going to tap a green and a red to cast 3 visits.
nice.
Ooh.
I'm gonna find a stomping ground and have it enter the battlefield tapped. And that's it for me. Pass turn to you, Ashlen.
All right, I will untap all my wonderful lands and draw a card. Okay, first I can just swing. I'm going to attack Jimmy with Toski.
All right, I'll take 1 commander damage from Toski. Going to 38.
And because I did combat damage to a player, I get to draw a card. All right, second main, I'm going to play Elixir of Immortality, and then I'll play Sakura Tribe Elder.
I'm a green deck too. Where's my ramp?
Yeah, what happened?
I'll play Llanowar Elves,
Oh my goodness.
Okay, now she can attack everyone.
and I'll play a Cradle, and I'll get 3 mana because I have 3 creatures.
Oh gosh,
Yep.
And then I'll play Reclamation Sage.
Targeting.
do it.
I'm sorry, Prof, but I'm gonna hit your sword.
You and I are enemies now.
I'm sorry.
I'm not
I
sorry.
think she's enemies with all of us. Just FYI, look at that
Yeah.
board.
She is the arch enemy.
I love you all in past turn.
But Ash, you have no cards left, right?
None.
0 cards in hand, so we got a chance.
Go nuts.
Untap,
All right.
draw,
Okay.
play a swamp,
Yeah.
He's like in business mode.
tap 3, Sword of Light and
Oh
Shadow.
my god!
You like that sword?
I got more where that came
Okay.
from. And I pass to Josh.
Okay, I will untap. I will draw. All right, I'm gonna play a Reliquary Tower, then I'm gonna tap 3, and I am going to play a Cultivate.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
So I also will search my library, but this time for 2 lands, and I'll find a swamp, I'll put it into play taps, and I'll put this forest into my hand. And then I have 1 mana remaining, so I will tap it, and I will play a Skull Clamp.
Nice.
Ooh.
I don't think I should attack, I guess I'll pass the turn.
Okay, I will untap, draw for turn. All right, I am going to just tap 4 mana and cast Migration Path to ramp some more.
Ooh.
I'm gonna find a mountain and a forest and put them into play tapped. And pass turn to you, Ashlen.
Okay, I will untap all of the things that I have on my board and I will draw for turn. Okay, move everyone around, get them prepared for battle.
Oh my god.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures for Cradle. So I'm gonna tap my Cradle and a forest for a Keeper of Fables.
Ooh, more cards.
It's only 1 more though, so it's not as bad.
Per player.
Per player, yeah.
Okay.
Do your worst, Ashlen.
Do like your medium.
We're going for worse. I will swing everything at...
You already destroyed my sword. Come on, let up here. I got nothing.
Josh, you have the highest life total.
Okay, well I'm gonna block the elves.
Go do damage.
All right, so the elves will die, and I will take 4 damage.
And then I will draw 4 cards, 1 each for Toski and 1 from Keeper of Fables.
Our one hope was like she ran out of gas, but then there went that.
I'll play a forest.
Okay, 3 cards left. How bad could it be?
And 6 mana, it could be real bad still.
And I'll play a Mind Stone.
Okay.
More mana, that's not the worst, although it does draw a card.
And then I'll pass turn. See, we're good.
Oh yeah, it's totally fine.
On your end step, Josh, because you lost more than 3 life, my commander will trigger, and I draw a card. Untap. Draw for turn. I will go ahead and spend 3.
Okay.
Spend 2 to attach my Sword of Light and Shadow to Sygg. Then move to declare attackers. Attack Josh.
Yep, I will not block, so I'm gonna take 3.
Sword triggers, and I have no creatures in my graveyard, so I'll just gain the life. Go into 43. Second main phase, I will spend a black and another for Una's Blackguard.
Okay.
Move to the end step, and Sygg triggers. Since you lost 3 life this turn, Josh, I draw a card.
Nice.
Value down over here.
All right, I will untap, and I will draw. All right, I'm gonna tap 1, and I'm gonna play a Universal Automaton. Then I'm going to pay 1 and equip the Skull Clamp to the Automaton.
Shouldn't it die?
Well, you would think that, but because it gets +1/+1 from Blex, it actually becomes a 3/1.
Oh.
Oh.
I would rather it died.
Aw.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna play a Golgari Rot Farm, which bounces one of my lands. I'll bounce it to the swamp.
Burgeoning will trigger.
Yep.
And I will play a Arcane Lighthouse.
All right, that's all I can do. I will pass the turn.
Okay, I will untap all my lands for turn, draw my card. Okay, I'm going to tap 5 mana and play Neheb the Eternal.
Oh.
And then I'll play a Sheltered Thicker tapped.
Burgeoning is gonna trigger, but I don't have a land. From now on, I'm only going to say something if I have a land.
Right.
Okay.
Pass turn to you, Ashlen.
All right, I will untap my lands, everything that attacked, and then I will draw for turn. Okay, well, my only good attack is against you, Prof. I'm sorry.
Bring it.
All right, sending everyone at you, Prof.
Total damage.
8.
I take 8.
Oh my.
So Ashlen, you're gonna draw 5 cards off of that?
Because of Toski and the Keeper of Fables? Yeah.
Oh gosh.
3, 4, 5.
You're drawing more than 5 cards because you're also drawing my ire.
I got it. Yeah, that's
My
right
ire is
there.
from the new set.
Yeah.
Then I'll go to my second main and play Lifecrafter's Bestiary.
Oh, nice. I like that card.
I'll play a forest, and then I'll tap 5 and play Crash of Rhino Beetles.
It's a 15/15 trample beetle.
I'll tap my Cradle for 5, and I'll play Shamanic Revelation.
Not good.
Yeah, so I'm gonna draw 5 cards and gain 8 life. Going to 48.
I'm more upset about her drawing the 5 cards.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You drew 9 cards this turn.
That's insane.
I will play a elf and pass turn.
Elves. Nice.
So now the Crow hops for 6.
Untap. Draw. All right. Move to declare attackers. I'll attack you, Ashlen, with my Una's Blackguard.
No blocks, I cannot.
Well, I have a surprise for you.
Oh no, oh
A
no.
little bit of ninjutsu.
Ooh.
I return Una's Blackguard to my hand, and instead, a fallen shinobi is attacking you.
All right, I'll go to 43. All right, let's see what you get.
Reap?
Reap.
and a Commander Sphere.
All right, I play these without paying their mana cost. I'll take that Commander Sphere.
There you go.
Unfortunately for Reap, none of you control any black permanents, so I can't do anything with that. Thank you for the Commander Sphere, Ashlen.
You're most welcome.
So the Reap will remain in exile. Move to end step, Sygg will trigger. I draw a card, but I'm gonna have to discard 2 cards because I've been missing my land drops.
That is not good.
I am going to discard a Keeper of Keys and a Search for Azcanta.
All right, that's it.
That's it.
I will untap, draw. Actually, Jimmy, if I attack you, will you block
Yes.
with your thing so I can maybe try and help us find an answer?
Happy to give you 2 cards.
All right, Jimmy, I'm going to go to combat and I'm going to swing at you with my 3/1 Universal Automaton.
Oh no, a free block.
Okay, so Neheb is going to block?
Neheb's gonna block it.
All right, go to damage?
Yep.
All right, my Automaton dies. But it was wearing Skull Clamp, so I'm going to draw 2. That's what we call a sack outlet, everybody.
Yay.
All right, I'm going to play my land for turn, which is a forest.
Okay.
Burgeoning will trigger, and I'll put an Ancient Tomb into play.
All right, then I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to play an Arcane Signet. Then I know it's not at all suspicious, but I'm going to pass the turn.
You don't want to equip your Skull Clamp?
Nope, go Jimmy.
Okay, yep, definitely not suspicious. Josh just playing suboptimally. I'm going to, at your end step, Josh, tap for a red and a green, and signal the clans.
Ooh.
So I get a tutor for 3 creature cards with 3 different names, and then I choose one at random, and it goes into my hand, and the rest go into my library.
Okay.
Okay, so the 3 cards I chose are Tillinolly Summoner, Infernal Titan, and Apex Devastator. So I'm gonna choose one of them at random. Let's say Tillinolly Summoner is 1 to 2, Infernal Titan is 3 or 4, and Apex Devastator is 5 and 6. I got a 3, so I'm gonna put Infernal Titan into my hand.
Ooh.
Nice.
And then the rest of these are gonna be shuffled back into my library.
Not bad.
And then I will untap and draw for turn. And in my first main phase, I'm gonna tap 2 green and a red, and I'm gonna cast Jessica's Will.
All right, good call.
It's really good.
It's really good.
So, Prof, you have 7 cards in your hand.
I do.
So I'm going to add 7 red mana, and then I'm gonna exile the top 3 cards in my library, and I can play them this turn. 1, 2, 3. So I have a Hunter's Insight, a Magus of the Candelabra, and a Forest.
Not great.
I will play the Forest for my land for turn. I'm gonna put these over here, see if I wanna play them or not.
You can play them at any point this turn?
Any point, yeah.
Okay.
Using 6 of the 7 red mana I got from Jessica's Will, I'm gonna cast Inferno Titan. When it enters the battlefield, it's gonna do 3 damage, split as I choose amongst 1, 2, or 3 target creatures and or players. So I'm gonna point 1 damage each at your Fyndhorn Elves, Sakura Tribe Elder, and Reclamation Sage, Ashlen.
All right, in response, I'm going to sacrifice my Stefan, and I'll find a forest and put it into play tap. And then the Rec Sage and other elf will die.
Okay, and then I'm gonna use my last remaining red mana and tap 2 on top and cast Hunter's Insight, targeting my Neheb the Eternal.
So when it deals damage, you'll draw that many
I'll draw
cards?
many cards, yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll go to combat. Josh, I'm going to swing at you for 4 damage with Neheb.
I will decline to block.
Hooray!
So I will take 4, going to 29.
Hunter's Insight's gonna trigger, so I'll draw 4 cards. At the beginning of my second main phase, Neheb's gonna add 4 mana to my mana pool because of his ability. So I have 4 mana from the Neheb, 4 lands, and Radha. I'm going to just cast a bunch of stuff and pay it correctly. So I'll cast a Magus of the Candelabra, a Magus of the Wheel, and a Clothis, God of Destiny.
Whoa.
Yeah!
So I'm just gonna tap all my stuffs.
For the Clothis, is it online?
Yeah, I have more than 7 devotion.
Oh, so it's a 4/5 indestructible?
Nice, it can block. And that's it. Come at me, Ashlen.
Okay.
Jimmy, on your end step, Sygg triggers, so I get to draw a card.
Very nice.
All right, I will untap all of my delicious lands, which there are 10 of, and then Life Crafter's Bestiary will trigger, so I will scry. Don't think I need that. We will bottom it, and then I will draw for turn. All right, so Cradle only taps for 3 now.
Yep.
Womp womp.
It's just only 3 times better than a regular land.
Only.
Only.
All right, so first off, I'm going to play Vigor.
Oh,
And then I'll play a Murderous Gear Hulk.
where are you gonna put those counters?
I'm gonna put those counters on Toski. So Toski is a 5/5.
So you get a 5/5, a 4/5, a 15/15, and a 6/6, and anytime they take damage, instead they get +1/+1 counters. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that sums it up pretty well. So I'm going to move to combat now.
Yeah.
Might as well find some more cards to cast with that 7 mana.
All right, so I'm going to send the Beetles at you, Jimmy, and Toski and Keeper at you, Josh.
Okay, for damage, I'm going to tap 6 and I'm gonna play Sweet Gum Recluse.
Oh.
Which has flash. It also has Cascade. So when I cast it, I'm gonna Cascade. So let's see. I will get a Callous Blood Mage, so I'll cast that. When that enters the battlefield, I will choose to create a 1/1 Pest token. And then when Sweet Gum Recluse enters the battlefield, I can choose to put 3 1/1 counters on each of any number of target creatures that entered the battlefield this turn.
Wow, so all of them.
I guess I will choose to put 3 +1/+1 counters on all of my creatures. But I will not put one on Vigor or Verder's Gearhulk. All right, I'm gonna block both creatures. Toski with my Sweet Gum Recluse, which is a 4/7, and I'll block the Keeper of Fables with my Pest, which is a 5/5.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna block anything, so I'll be taking 15 from your Crash of Beetles.
You take it all?
Yep.
Bye.
Okay, let's go to damage. We'll resolve mine first.
Okay.
They bounce
So
everything.
it's a 4/5 against a 5/5. Normally it would eat your Keeper, but Vigor.
Yep, so Vigor happens. It prevents all that damage and turns them into counters. So the Keeper is now a 9/10.
Oh my gosh. And this the Sweet Gum Recluse is a 4/6 against Toski, which is a 5/5.
Yes.
So again, you just get counters.
Yes.
Toski's a 9/9. Okay, that's the Toski with the Moski.
Okay, and then I'm gonna take 15, I'll go to 23. And then you draw 2 cards because of your Keeper of Fables and Toski.
All right, and so I draw 2. All right, and then I'll tap my Cradle for 5. I'll tap my Ancient Tomb for 2 mana, going to 41. And then I'll play my land for turn, and I'll play Verdant Force.
At the beginning of each upkeep, you create a 1/1?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That is a mono green stompy going over there.
Can we make a new commander format where you don't play with green cards, please?
Who's that Bolamon?
This episode of Extra Turns is brought to you by the CUBAMAJIGS Series 2 Kickstarter.
Cubama what?
CUBAMAJIGS. These are reusable gaming packs that you can use just like booster packs. So if you've got a cube like the one we drafted with Brandon Sanderson, or if you plan on making one, you're gonna want to pick some of these up. They're a great way to recreate the excitement of cracking packs.
Plus, this second Kickstarter is new and improved. Each box of CUBAMAJIGS now comes with 10 pre-made booster packs that you don't have to put together yourself.
They look like they'd be great for jumpstart packs too.
Yeah, and I bet I could fit a few commander decks into this box. Look at this art.
Yeah, it's nice, right? They got big MTG artists to do over 30 original pieces for this set. Plus, this Kickstarter has their new Potamajig, a full-size storage box that can hold your entire cube or 9 whole commander decks with room for tokens and dice.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna need like 10 of them. The Kickstarter is going on until August 12th, and there are a bunch of different levels you can pledge at.
They've got playmats, art sleeves, and they've been unlocking a ton of new stretch goals, so you're really gonna wanna get in on this.
Just click the link in the description box or go to cubeks.com to check out CUBAMAJIGS Series 2 on Kickstarter while there's still time. Again, that's cubeks.com.
Hey, now you can finally build that mono blue cube you've always dreamed of, Josh.
Oh yeah, imagine all that card draw.
Ooh.
Greetings, friends! It is me, everyone's favorite raging barbarian turned slightly less raging druid, Kamal! For decades, my signature look has been a shaved head, and I love it! It even got me an audition for Fast and Furious Dominaria Drift, and I almost got the part. But they gave it to stupid Karn. Anyway, being bald is not the look for everyone. I believe that every man deserves a choice in his appearance, and hair loss can take that away from you. For those experiencing it who aren't looking to rock the bald look, I always recommend Keeps. Keeps puts the control back in your hands. It's a simple and stress-free way to consult with a doctor and get a personalized hair loss treatment delivered straight to your door. And for $10 a month, Keeps is affordable on any budget. But it's important to act fast, as Keeps products can take 4 to 6 months to start showing results, so every second counts.
If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/extra to get your first month of treatment for free. That's keeps.com/extra to get your first month free. Again, that's keeps.com/extra.
And once you've got the hairstyle of your dreams, you'll be overrun with attention. Get it? Because I do something similar to... Yeah, you get it.
It's the Tarrasque!
Odd Monsters fun! Hello, I'm Volo, Guide to Monsters, author of Volo's Guide to Monsters. I've traversed the Forgotten Realms documenting beasts of all shapes and sizes, and everywhere I journey, my RAYCON wireless earbuds travel with me. At half the price of other premium brands, no traveler should go without RAYCON's crisp powerful beats! Plus, they look great and feel greater, with exotic colors and comfortable gel tips that provide a secure in-ear fit that won't falter, even when running from an enraged purple worm! And with their 24-hour battery life and seamless Bluetooth pairing, RAYCONs are ready to go anywhere! From dank bugbear dens to the inside of the rare gelatinous cube! Though, from experience, that is one trip I would recommend not taking.
Listen up, RAYCON's offering 15% off all their products for fans of extra turns, and here's what you've got to do to get it. Go to buyraycon.com/extra. There you'll get 15% off your entire RAYCON order, and it's such a good deal, you'll want to grab a pair and a spare. That's 15% off at buyraycon.com/extra. Again, buyraycon.com/extra.
And I will pass the turn to you, Prof.
Sygg triggers.
Yes, it does.
I draw a card. Untap. Draw for turn.
On your upkeep, Verdant Force will trigger, and I'll make a Saproline.
Okay, so I'll play a land for turn.
Yep.
And then 2 blue and 4 of other colors. Ashlen, I am the professor and you are the student. I'm going to need to confiscate that vigor.
Oh.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, no.
So it's your vigor now.
It's my vigor now,
A very vigorous professor.
but I
Okay.
still can't attack with it this
No,
turn.
but-
But that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Move to declare attackers. Ashlen, I'm going to come at you with my Fallen Shinobi and Sygg River Cutthroat.
Oh, no. I'll block the Shinobi with my Saproline, and then I won't block Sygg.
Oh, well, go to damage.
Yes.
Shinobi's going to get some counters, or a counter.
That's right, just one.
So your Saproling dies.
It does.
My Shinobi gets a counter on it. It's now a 6/5, and you take 3 damage.
Yep. Going down to 38.
My sword is going to trigger. I gain 3 life. And I get to bring 1 creature card from my graveyard to my hand.
What do you got in there?
That's what
I've got that Keeper of Keys that I discarded. Comes back to me.
Nice.
Unfortunately, due to all this drawing of cards, I now have 9 in hand.
Very unfortunate.
And it's about to be 10 because as I move to end step, Sygg will trigger. And Ashlen, since you lost 3 this turn, I also draw a card. Then I need to discard 3. Keeper of Keys goes back to the graveyard. And I will also discard a Blighted Agent and a Myriad Landscape. And then I pass to Joshua.
All right, I will untap and I will draw for turn.
On your upkeep, Josh, Verdant Force will make another Saproline.
All right, I will play a swamp. I'll tap 1 and I'm gonna clamp my Blex. So it is now a 4/1. And then that's all I'm gonna do, Jimmy, go ahead.
On your end step, I'm going to cast Force of Vigor, exiling a Mina and Den from my hand. I can destroy up to 2 artifacts and or enchantments, so I'm gonna blow up your Lifecrafter's Bestiary as well as your Verdurous Gear Hulk.
All right. They are gone.
Okay. And then I'm going to untap for the turn, draw my card. Verdant Force is gonna trigger on my upkeep. You're gonna get another Saproling,
I
Ashlen.
sure am.
So at the beginning of my pre-combat main phase, I can exile a card from a graveyard. Ashlen, can I see your graveyard?
Absolutely.
There you go. I'm gonna exile that Shamanic Revelation. Because it wasn't a land card, I'm gonna gain 2 life. And then Cloth is gonna deal 2 damage to each of you.
All right, I will go to 36.
I will go to 36 as well.
And I will go to 27.
I'm gonna go to combat.
Yep.
And Ashlen, I'm going to swing Inferno Titan at you. On attack, it will trigger, so I'll deal 1 damage to both of your Saprolings.
Both Saprolines will die.
And the 3rd damage is gonna go to your face.
I'll take 1. Going to 35.
Okay, blocks.
I'll block with Verdant Force.
Okay, I'm gonna pay 1 red mana and pump it +1/+0. So it's gonna become a 7/6, and then it will trade with your Verdant Force.
So they both die?
Yep.
All right.
Okay. 1 thing down. All right, on my second main phase, Neheb's gonna trigger. You have all lost 2 each and 1 extra from the Inferno Titan, so I'm gonna gain 7 extra mana into my mana pool. I'm gonna use 2 of that mana to tap and sacrifice the Magus of the Wheel. So everyone's
Yeah.
gonna wheel away their hand and draw 7 cards.
All right, discard our hands and draw 7.
Discard and draw 7.
Okay.
Nice.
There are a lot of lands that I keep drawing.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I'll play my land for turn.
Burgeoning will trigger, and I will also play a land.
Well, I'm just gonna do it. I'm going to tap all of my lands and add 5 from Neheb, and I'm going to cast Shatter Skull Smashing for 13.
So you're gonna throw 26 damage around?
Yeah, 26. So I'm gonna put 15 damage onto the Crash of Beetles and 11 damage onto the Keeper of Fables.
No.
Oh, I didn't think Red could pull off killing those creatures ever, but
Yeah, we did it.
You proved me wrong.
Okay, well, my Crash of Rhino Beetles and Keeper of Fables die.
Down to one creature.
One little Toski, no longer a threat over here.
But we should kind of finish her off just so she doesn't come back.
Wow.
And that's gonna wrap it up for me, so pass turn to you, Ashlen.
Sounds good.
Sygg triggers at the end of your turn because Ashlen lost 3 life.
Okay.
Draw for Sygg.
All right, Ashlen, go for it.
All right, I have a lot of land to untap, so I'm just gonna fix it all. I will draw for turn. All right, so I'm going to tap 2 and play Blackblade Reforged.
Oh, how many lands do you have?
14.
Oh my gosh.
It's massive.
And then I'm going to equip it to Toski.
So Toski is how big now?
23.
And that's her commander, so pretty much anyone she ever hits with it is dead.
That's a good point. Don't make it unblockable, please.
All right, Josh, Toski's coming at you then.
Yep. You go to blocks?
Yep,
I'll block with my commander, Blex Vexing Pest.
sounds good.
Okay. Blex will definitely die.
Finally.
Finally. When it dies, thank goodness for the new commander rule change. I get the dice trigger and I can draw 2 off Skull Clamp. So I will take no damage.
Great, and I will draw no cards.
So when my commander dies, I'll gain 4 life and go to 31.
And then I'll play Rampaging Balos.
Oh,
Rampaging Balos has trample, don't it?
Yes, it does.
That's no.
Oh dear.
And then I will pass turn.
Well, I will untap everything. I need to draw a card for the turn. I'm gonna go ahead and play a City of Brass.
Burgeoning will trigger. I will put a forest into play,
Oof.
which triggers Rampaging Balos Landfall, which gives me a 4/4 beast.
Oof. Now, this deck is called Sygg with Swords, and Ashlen, that is a really nice sword you have there, and I think Sygg wants it. So I am going to go ahead and tap a blue, a generic, adding 2 for X, which is the converted mana cost of your Black Blade Reforged, and I'm casting a Thieving Skydiver kicked for 2.
oh, that's cool.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
I love it.
You just skipped the 7 mana attach cost.
Sword, please. So I'm then going to spend 3. I take 1 damage from the City of Brass, going to 35, and I'm moving that Black Blade Reforged over to my legendary, Sygg, River Cutthroat, making Sygg 9 power, 11 toughness.
Wow.
Move to declare attackers.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to attackers Ashlen with my 9/11 Sygg River Cutthroat and my Vigor.
Okay, I will block Sygg with the beast, and I'll take the 6.
All right, you take 6 from your own Vigor. Why do you keep hitting yourself?
I get a 29.
Sygg's gonna get 4 counters from that damage thanks to my Vigor. Sygg gets bigger because of the trigger from Vigor.
It sure does.
So it's a 13,
13,
15?
15, yeah. Wow.
I pass to Josh and draw a card for Sygg from the damage. But that puts me at 8 cards, so I'm going to discard a Sure-Footed Infiltrator.
All right. I will untap. I will draw. I'm gonna play a Swamp for turn. Then I'm going to tap 6. And I'm gonna play Kodama of the East Tree. Ooh. Our old friend. Then I'm gonna go and equip my Skull Clamp to my Callous Blood Mage. Then I don't think I can attack here, so I'm just gonna pass the turn.
Okay, I will untap my turn, and I will draw my card. On my upkeep, Clothis is going to trigger. Prof, can I see your graveyard?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. I'm going to exile your Zareth Sand from your graveyard. And that's gonna deal 2 damage to each opponent, and I'll gain 2 life, going to 27.
I'll go to 27.
I'll go to 29.
I'll go to 33.
I'll play a Care Keep for the turn. I am going to skip combat. Don't want to swing at anyone right now. And now go to my second main phase. I will add 6 additional mana because of Neheb. I will use 2 of that mana to tap my Care Keep and make myself a little kobold. And then I'm gonna use 1 mana from Neheb to untap my Care Keep. I'm gonna use 2 more of the mana from Neheb to retap my Care Keep and make another kobold. Really doing big things over here, everyone.
Broken.
So I still have 1 mana from the Heb remaining, but I have nothing to do with it, so I will pass turn to you, Ashlen.
Okay, untapping the giant swath of lands I have and drawing for turn. Cool. And then I'm going to 1, 2, 3, Champion of Lamholt.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna play a land for turn.
Okay.
Landfall on my Rampaging Baloth will trigger, giving me a 4/4 beast, which will put a +1/+1 counter on my Champion of Lamholt,
Uh-oh.
making her a 2/2.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Then I'll tap 5 and play Vorapede.
Oh!
I love kobolds.
Uh-oh.
They're really sad.
That'll put a counter on my champion, making her a 3/3.
Every time. Kill everything. We're like, she's down to 1 creature. Good.
Okay.
Good job, everybody. Then,
Blow
blah.
stuff.
Yeah.
27 more power, okay.
Yeah.
Move to combat, and Jimmy, I'm going to attack you with my Toski and Rampaging Bailoffs.
Okay, I'm just gonna block your Toski with my Clothis, and then I'm gonna take 6 from the Rampaging Bailoffs.
Okay, before damage, I am going to tap 3,
Oh no.
and I'm going to Crescent Grip the Confiscate.
No!
Oh, your Toski's gonna get huge!
Oh, smart.
Confiscate goes into the graveyard, and Vigor goes back to its rightful owner, tapped.
Okay, so damage happens. I'm gonna take 6 from the Rampaging Bailoffs, I'll go to 21. And then Toski's gonna get 4 more +1/+1 counters?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, okay.
13.
Okay then.
Swole Squirrel. Yes, and I do get to draw a card. Haha.
So you have 12 mana.
Oh my god.
And I'm going to pass the turn for now.
As you pass the turn, I'm going to draw for Sygg's trigger off of the damage Jimmy took. Untap everything. I draw my card for the turn. I'll play a Sunken Hollow. It comes into play untapped since I have 2 or more basic lands.
Sygg's a 14-16 now?
Sygg is a 14-16. I will go ahead and spend 3 for a Sword of Fire and Ice.
Oh my gosh.
I attach my Sword of Fire and Ice to Sygg. I'm also going to spend a blue and a black to cast a Soaring Thought Thief, which gives rogues I control +1/+0 as long as an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, which
I do.
that makes my Sygg big. Wait, you can make it unblockable.
I can technically give it fear.
Josh, if you would do the honors.
Yeah, I'll tap a black and my Shizo Death Storehouse, and I will give Sygg fear. Which means it can only be blocked by black or artifact creatures.
Ashlen, do you have any black or artifact creatures?
Nope.
Sygg is going to swing in with 2 swords in his left hand and 1 in his right. On attack, Soaring Thought Thief will trigger, and so each opponent mills 2 cards.
Okay, so that's 17 unblockable damage.
Yeah, okay. I will go down to 10.
Wow. You already had commander damage from Sygg though, right?
Yeah, I had 3. So I go up to 20 commander damage from
Oh.
Sygg. I am 1 away from dying to Sygg.
Wow.
The 2 swords trigger. I guess I get to decide which one goes first. That'll be the Sword of Light and Shadow.
Okay.
I gain 3, going up to 36, and I will return Dimir Infiltrator from my graveyard to my hand. Now the Sword of Fire and Ice will trigger. I do 2 damage to Ashlen's face and draw a card.
I go to 8.
I draw a card. Pass the turn and Sygg triggers. I draw a card. I discarded Dimir Kirun and a Coastal Piracy. I'm all done, Josh.
Okay, I will untap. I will draw for turn. So I'm gonna play a Gaia Reach Sanitarium. When I play that, it will trigger Kodama, which means I can put another permanent from my hand of equal or lesser mana value out, so I will play another land.
Nice.
Then I'm going to activate the Gaia Reach Sanitarium, so each player draws a card and then discards a card.
Okay.
Ooh,
You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to pay 2, play a Sakura Tribe Elder.
Are you gonna clamp it?
Yes. Kodama will trigger, and I will put a land into play.
Wow, nice.
Which I'm gonna put in play tapped, because I'm gonna tap it immediately to clamp the Sakura Tribe Elder, which will kill the Sakura Tribe Elder. I'll draw 2 cards. All right, then I'm gonna tap 3, and I'm gonna play Pestilent Cauldron.
Oh, cool.
Trigger Kodama. I'll put a land out. And then I'm going to tap the Pestilent Cauldron and discard a card to create a pest. I'll discard an Overgrown Tomb. Make a pest. When the pest enters the battlefield, Kodama will trigger. I put a land into play. It's a Bayou. Then I'm going to tap the Bayou, I guess, and clamp the pest, which kills the pest. I gain a life. Draw 2. All right, we're doing stuff. And before I pass the turn, I will tap my Arcane Signet and I will clamp this pest. So it's now a 5/3.
Nice.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
At the end of your turn, I have 12 mana available with Radha tapping as well, so I'm gonna tap all of it. And I am going to commune with lava for 10.
Oh, hey, I've seen this before.
We've done this before. All right.
So you,
reveal the top 10 cards of my library.
and you can play them till the end of your next
Yeah.
turn? Okay.
So I'm going to reveal all this stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, of note, there's a Green Sun Zenith. There is a Underworld Breach.
Oh, that's good.
Throw a Possibility, a Balaget Recovery, a Noxious Revival, and a Tybalt's Trickery.
Underworld Breach with Jessica's Will in his graveyard.
That's bad.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to now untap for turn. I will draw my card for turn. Clothis is going to trigger, so I'm going to exile a 3 visits from my graveyard. Everyone loses 2 life, I gain 2.
I'll go to 6.
I'll go to 34.
I'll go to 28.
And I will go to 23. I will play my land for turn. All right, first things first, I am going to cast Underworld Breach.
Yep. Okay, in response to Underworld Breach, before it resolves, I'm gonna cast Beast Within.
Okay, what are you targeting?
I'm gonna target my pest that's got Skull Clamp on it.
That seems kind of fishy, but I don't see why I wouldn't let you kill your own thing. Maybe he's just trying to draw some answers.
Okay, resolves?
Yes.
Okay, so my pest gets destroyed. I gain a life. And then I will create a 3/3 beast. And when that token enters the battlefield, Kodama will trigger.
Okay.
So I can put a land into play, and I will put Bojukabog into play.
Oh.
Jimmy, targeting and exiling your graveyard.
How upsetting. So, in response, I'm going to cast Noxious Revival for 2 life. And I'm going to choose Deflecting Swat out of my graveyard to put on top of its owner's library.
No.
And then I'm going to cast Throw Possibility to tap 2. I will discard a Vesuva, and then I will draw 2 cards, including the Deflecting Swat.
I tried, everybody.
And then I will cast the Deflecting Swat for free, and I'll redirect the Bojukabog ability to Prof's graveyard instead.
It is all exiled.
That was gonna be so cool, though.
Okay. That was fun.
I will still draw 2 off Skull Clamp.
Oh, yeah.
I knew we should have been going after Jimmy this whole game.
All right, so now I'm gonna do the thing I wanted to do, which is I will exile 3 cards and recast Jessica's Will, paying 3 mana for it. Prof, you have 7 cards in your hand.
I do indeed.
I'll gain 7 mana, I'll exile the top 3 cards of my library.
All right, so 7 red mana in the mana pool. I have a feeling we're gonna need to keep track of it.
I get Heroic Intervention, Valakut Awakening, and the land. But because I'm just gonna get the mana and I have the cards in my library to keep escaping Jessica's Will, I'm going to be able to cast it 5 more times.
Wow.
You have 7 right now.
I have 7 right now. It's gonna cost me 3 to cast it, so I'll go down to 4, and then I'm gonna be able to do it 5 more times, each time gaining a net of 4.
So you have 24 mana at the end
24 mana at the end of it. And I'll have exiled 15 extra cards off the top of my library.
That
All right.
red card draw.
I got a bunch of stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I drew 18 cards. I have 24 red mana.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on top of that. So I have 4 green mana, 25 red mana.
Okay.
I'm gonna use 2 of that red mana to activate Kiriki.
Okay, 23 left.
Kobold. I'm gonna spend 13 of that mana to untap all my lands with my Magus of the Candelabra.
Yep. So you go to 9 red and 3 green floating.
I'm going to spend 2 red and 1 green to cast Ball Again Recovery.
7 red and 2 green floating.
I'll get Jessica's Will back into my hand. I'm gonna recast Jessica's Will. So I'll get another 7 red mana. I'll exile the top 3 cards of my library.
You've got 11 red and 2 green floating.
Okay, and then I'm gonna spend 2 red mana to cast Tillinali Summoner.
Okay, you
There
got
she
9
is.
red left.
And then I will spend my own mana here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to cast the Elder Gargaroth.
Oh my gosh.
I'll use my floating mana to cast Grand Warlord Radha. I'm going to tap all my lands and use the rest of my mana, so that's 12 total. And I'm gonna cast Finale of Devastation for 10.
Ooh.
So I can search my library and graveyard for a creature cost CMC 10 or less. So I'm going to find the Inferno Titan out of my graveyard. I'll put it on the battlefield, and because Finale of Devastation was cast for X from 10 or more, all my creatures get +X and gain haste until end of turn.
So they were all plus 10 power?
They're all +10 power right now.
Wow.
Okay, I will kill your beast with the 3 damage from Inferno Titan, Josh.
Okay, beast dies.
And then I'll go to combat. All right, so I've decided what I'm gonna be attacking, and here's what it looks like. Prof, I'm coming in with Radha, 2 Cobalt tokens, and an Inferno Titan. Ashlen, I'm coming in with 2 Cobalts, Grand Warlord Raha, Klothys, and the Heb. Josh, I'm sending Tillinali Summoner and Elder Gargaroth at you. They're all +10/+10. There are a few triggers that are gonna happen. So first up, Grand Lord Raha is gonna give me 1 red or green mana for each attacking creature, so I'm gonna get 11 total. I'm gonna spend 1 of those red to cast Pyroblast and destroy your big guy, Prof.
My shinobi.
Your Shinobi, yes.
Shinobi down.
So now I have 10. And then I'm going to spend 3 of that mana, so I'm now down to 7, to play County Ambush. County Ambush is gonna fight the Inferno Titan with your Kodama.
Okay, Kodama dies.
And then I have 7 red mana left. I'm going to spend 1 on the board, +7 to make 7 1/1 red tapped elemental creature tokens. Those are tapped and attacking you, Josh.
Okay.
And Infernal Titan is gonna deal 3 damage on its attack, and that's gonna deal 1 damage to your Thieving Skydiver, Prof.
Oh no.
And then the Infernal Titan is gonna do the remaining 2 to your face, Prof.
I go down to 32.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And then when Elder Gargaroth attacks, I would choose to gain 3 life and go to 24. I think this is enough, we'll see. All right, go to blockers.
All right, I will block Radha with my champion, Clothis with my Vorpede, and Neheb with my beast.
Okay, so Neheb's gonna make you lose 3 life due to Afflict.
Going to 3.
There's 20 unblocked damage now. Prof?
I block your Inferno Titan with my Soaring Thought Thief.
Okay, so that's 32 damage unblocked. Josh, you have a 16-16 and 11-11 and 7-1-1s coming at you.
I'm gonna block the 16-16 with my 3/6 Spider.
Okay.
And I'll block the 11-11 with my 5/4 Vampire.
So you'll take 10 trample plus 7, so you take 17.
I have 17 unblocked or trample damage coming at me, but we haven't resolved damage yet. Before damage, does anyone have any effects?
I'll pay 2 and sack my elixir.
I don't suppose I could have a swig of that.
That's all you need,
I think so.
Just a drop?
Cheers, yeah. Gaining 5 life. Going to 8.
Yep.
And I'll shuffle my graveyard into my library and take 20 damage.
Prof, you got any effects?
I do not.
Okay, let's resolve damage.
Yep.
Ashlen, you take 20.
Yep, I take 20 by a bunch of little kobolds.
Negative 12.
Prof?
It hurts.
I take 32, and then we die.
There's so many!
All right, and then we decided I had 17 damage coming at me on blocks.
17.
All right, so I'm gonna go down to 12. But both my creatures will die.
Okay. In my post-combat main phase, I get a ton of mana because of Neheb, so I'm just gonna cast everything I can, which is a Burnished Heart from my hand, a Vexing Shusher, Tectonic Reformation, an Expedite, draw me a card, Ancient Grudge to blow up one of your artifacts, but as Merrick, I'm gonna overload the Vandal Blast to blow them all out.
Skull Clamp, Arcane Signet, and Pestilent Cauldron all get blown up.
Yeah, I could keep going with more Jessica's Wills, but I don't feel like it, so I'm just gonna pass the turn to you, Josh.
You don't feel like it?
Yeah, I've done enough dumb stuff for one lifetime.
All right, I will untap, and unless I draw, I don't even know what here. Pretty sure it's over.
You can do it, Josh.
I don't think I have a way out of this, so Jimmy, good game.
Hey,
Good game, good game, good game, good game.
Yeah, whatever.
Victory! By kobolds. Good thing I made all those kobolds.
By kobolds. All right, congratulations, Jimmy. What a win.
I did it, and it was a big combat, and it was a big swing. It's how I like to end games.
That was a complicated final turn.
Yeah, very complicated. My brain still hurts even after recording it, but I'm glad we won. But you know what? Playing with Prof has to be one of my favorite things ever because he doesn't come down to the town very often, but when he's here, he's such a bright, bright light in the office. And we also got to record that incredible ad with him, too.
Oh, yeah, the one for RAYCON. Yeah, that was really, really fun. Yeah, it's always great to have Prof in town. He's a good friend of ours and always fun to see him at the table. A lot of shenanigans always occur. Before we let everybody go here, just a reminder, our Game Nights themed deck box, this is the first time we've ever done anything like that. It is on Kickstarter right now, but the time is running out. There's only a few days left in the Kickstarter. Also, it's limited supply. We only made a certain amount of them, so it could sell out even before the Kickstarter ends.
Yeah, and we're really dedicated to making high quality products here at the Command Zone, and this deck box is amazing. It's got such solid magnetic clasps on it. This thing is never coming apart. It's the best deck box that UltraPro makes. Also has that Game Nights logo, and for me, I'm about to start traveling more, and bringing Commander decks and keeping them secure is a huge priority. So this deck box guarantees that those cards are going to be safe and sound, and it fits double sleeve Commander decks, so it's going to fit 2 of my decks and like 50 of Josh's.
I was just thinking, I hope we saved enough so that you and I are going to get a couple.
Oh, that's a good point. They are limited quantity. We only have these amount to sell, and once they're gone, they are just straight up gone. We're not going to be selling them again. So Kickstarter, it's going to end soon. In fact, if it already ended already, you're going to feel bad. So make sure you click that link in the show more box below to check it out right now. Make your pledge, lock it in.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.
How's it? Shaka?
Stealing all my lines.
I'm Josh Lee Kwai.